Never in a million years did I think we would find ourselves in the situation that Jeff and I were just in a few weeks ago. Empowerment comes from being prepared. Success comes from being prepared. Now, our week-long vacation in beautiful Puerto Rico turned into worst case scenario. We were there for 3 weeks. Jeff found himself in the emergency room and admitted to the ICU for 3 to 4 days, followed up with surgery and in the cardiac unit in a different cardiology hospital in Puerto Rico. We were prepared for this unexpected situation that we found ourselves in. Now, there are threats alone just being in a hospital. Threats of staph, MRSA, strep, pneumonia, bacteria all around you. We had cilantro essential oil with us. And right away when Jeff was admitted into the emergency room, I put cilantro essential oil on the bottoms of his feet, the bottoms of my feet. Now, Mila wasn't allowed in the hospital. We had wonderful friends in Puerto Rico that were able to help take care of her. But when I did come home every day, I made sure to put cilantro on the bottom of Mila's feet as well, just to keep her protected. Now, having cilantro with us made a helpless situation turn less helpless. I was able to help Jeff the little bit that I could having these essential oils and being empowered to use these essential oils. Now, another thing that we had to get to, another hurdle through this whole ordeal that Jeff had to go through was his nauseousness. Jeff has not been on any medications. He has not taken a pharmaceutical, has not taken over-the-counter, nothing in his body for over 19 years. Now, he had multiple IVs, multiple pharmaceuticals, and the side effects was nauseousness for him. I had our Digest Zen blend. Now, you can go back to our previous video in the A to Z series and look at all the essential oils that are in this blend, but this blend was key in helping Jeff subside any nauseous feelings that he was having. And I would simply rub it over his stomach and the bottoms of his feet whenever those feelings would start to arise for him. Now, the third thing that Jeff had to get through was the sympathetic overload. Being in a hospital alone, there's so much going on. There's all the machines beeping, all the monitors on him, all the IVs in his arms, the oxygen tanks, the doctors and nurses coming in and out of the room, and just the commotion of it all. It's very stressful. It leaves you feeling anxious. Now, being in Puerto Rico, there was a language barrier for us. They mostly spoke Spanish. We were lucky to have some amazing doctors that did speak English, but that alone was a stressful situation to be in. Now, I make Jeff this cologne blend, which he uses all the time and carries it with him. It's bergamot, sandalwood, arbor vitae, and black pepper. These essential oils, not only do they smell amazing, but Jeff had it with him that he was able to put them on because what they do is they stimulate the parasympathetic in our body. So they're super relaxing, calming. They relieve all anxious and stressed feelings. So whenever Jeff was getting overwhelmed with these feelings during his stay in the hospital, he can just take his cologne blend and put it on and feel much more relaxed and grounded and balanced. Now, another thing that we had to get through was the emotional side of this whole ordeal. Jeff and I found ourselves both just laying in his hospital bed crying together and just having worry and doubt and fear and sadness overcome us with what was going on and where we found ourselves. Now, our faith is in complete and total check. So we know that it's in God's hands. And we gave all of our worries, all of our fear to God. Now, having an essential oils, I remembered I had Console in my purse. When Jeff was at a breaking point, when he was so tired of being sad, I was like, babe, I have Console in my purse. I'll put it on you. And he's like, okay. So I started drawing hearts all over his chest. And within minutes, he started having this emotional breakdown, just crying, uncontrollable. And at first I was really worried, like something was tragically going wrong. But then I remembered it's the Console. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Now, I know that Console releases suppressed emotions, and there was a lot happening. Both Jeff and I were bearing and storing and trying to be as strong as we possibly could. And putting Console on Jeff brought it all to the forefront. He was able to release those emotions so we can talk about them, get through them, and then throw them out the door where he doesn't have to feel them ever again. So having the emotional support of Console essential oil was huge in this factor. Now, another hurdle that we had to get over was the side effects of Jeff coming off of the anesthesia from his 4-hour surgery. Now, he experienced all the side effects. He had horrible headaches. He had horrible stomach cramps. He was nauseous. He was dry heaving. He had a raw, scratchy throat from breathing tubes being down his throat. And the essential oils that I used to help him was lavender. It was fennel and xendocrine, our detoxification blend. And I had all these essential oils knowing that they would help him feel so much better. And within 20 minutes, he was up and ready to eat dinner, which was just absolutely empowering to me to know that I can help in that little way to make him feel much more comfortable to be able to eat. Now, one more thing that we had to get through was his recovery from the surgery. Jeff was left with many holes from IVs and catheters and all the stuff that these cardiologists and electrophysiologists had to do to make sure that they were helping Jeff. Now they left him very bruised, very tender, very sore, and helichrysum was the essential oil that we had with us to put on these wounds. Melaleuca as well to keep all bacteria at bay. We were empowered. We had the situation under control because we were prepared. Now, had we not been prepared, this horrible, horrible situation that we found ourselves into would have been so much worse. So being prepared is empowering. Being prepared sets you up for success. We bring our essential oils with us everywhere we go, not thinking any of this would ever happen. But if it did, we were prepared for it. And we just want to thank you all so much for supporting us, for praying with us, for all your well wishes for Jeff and for this community alone of My Oil Lab. We love you guys, and our journey is not over yet. You can see that we're home now and we're adjusting. Jeff is resting. However, we'll be back in Puerto Rico in a month because we know that he is in the best hands possible in Puerto Rico to finish up another surgery and to fully recover from his broken heart, I like to say. And we just thank you guys for sticking with us and for being here. And we will be prepared when we go back for another successful ending to this story. Thank you all so much. We love you guys.